Hey, how y'all doing today? Thank y'all so much for dropping by. I'm just about to dive right in, and talk about things, fornication, adultery, divorce, remarriage is a sin. Because if you divorce someone and get remarried, you will be living in sin. That would be considered adultery. God don't want us to fornicate. You know what I'm saying? Either like sleeping around with different people. God wants us to wait until marriage before, you have kids and move in together. You can't be living with other people shacking up. Like a lot of people like to move in together and then not even, get married. They like to move in. They like to do the whole family thing like they're married. You know, a lot of people like to do the whole thing like boyfriend and girlfriend and act like they're married. And we're not supposed to do that. And I feel like that's when I come in. I had to step in because I'm spiritual, trying to live a Christian lifestyle, true Christians that believe in holy and righteous gospel, and trying to do it the right way and spread the message to people to live a certain way, to do it the right way. We don't have to do it the wrong way. We don't have to listen to people that's misguiding us, telling us things that's not true, telling us things that will get us into trouble, will lead us to sin, will lead us down the path of destruction, is what we don't want to do. And that's why I stepped in and said, hey, I know many people aren't going to do what I do. I know they're not. So that's why I stepped in and said, hey, let me come in, enlighten people, share this message with them so they won't be lost. And as people, we have to come together as well and share the message, spread the word, because a lot of people, they just don't know. A lot of people feel like they do know, because of social media, the way the world have been working, the way things have been going. People have been, fornicating, living in sin, smoking, drinking, partying, hanging out. That's why I'm here. I'm here to touch on all of that. The things that most people glorify and put up on this high pedestal that they're not supposed to be doing, like worshiping money and not worshiping God, worshiping materialistic things. You know what I'm saying? We have to not do that. We should not be doing that. Yeah, you may have a good job. You may be one of the most successful people in your family. You may be one of the most beautiful or handsome people in your family. But let's not worship that. Let's not be prideful. God don't want us to be prideful. God don't want us to stray away from him and, do what we want to do in the flesh. Because we can mess up really bad. When we don't get on track, we can mess up really bad when we lean on to our own understanding. And that's what God don't want us to do. God do not want us to lean on our own understanding. Because if we do that, that means we're out here alone. We don't keep faith in God. And that's why I'm here to try to, spread the message, spread the true gospel, spread the message. Try to continue on my spiritual journey and live a Christian lifestyle. Because at times it can get real hard. I'm not going to sit here and tell you trying to live a Christian lifestyle is going to be easy, and actually doing it the right way and not trying to be lukewarm. Being lukewarm is what I mean. When you claim to be Christian, you claim to believe in holy gospel, Christian, living by the Bible, open Bible churches, living by the word, trying not to fornicate, trying not to commit adultery, trying not to drink, smoke, the things that you feel like help you stress relieve yourself. We tend to go through those things. We tend to feel like we will go to drugs or drinking alcohol or go to a dope house or something like that of that nature to relieve our stress and help us get through the pain or the anxiety or the panic attacks. These are the things that we would go after to try to eliminate the stress and say, oh well, and then another thing I notice, a lot of people, they don't like to take accountability for their actions. You see, we really have to take accountability for our own actions. We have to grow up, stop being immature, having a teenage mindset, thinking that you can live this, 18-year-old lifestyle for all of your days forever. And we're not supposed to do that. We're supposed to walk with Christ. At some point in time, you have to change your life. And I tell people that's either living, sinfully, people that live in sin, people that are trying to date the same sex, whether it's a man and a man or a woman and a woman. You know what I'm saying? If they're gay, if they're a gay man or a lesbian woman, I tell them, hey, listen, I don't judge nobody. That's the first thing I come out and say. I don't look down on anybody. I don't point the finger. I don't try to tear anyone down, because see, I'm here to show love, inspire, be an inspiration, to uplift people. That's why I'm a messenger, because I came to set the record straight and not have people turn against each other, but bring them together, but with truth. Now, it may hurt. A lot of things may hurt. A lot of things may hurt. You may say, well, I don't know if I can accept that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm ready to change. But one day, as long as you know in the back of your mind, one day you're going to have to change. And yes, it can take time to change. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm here, like I said before, I'm here to set the record straight. I'm not here to tear anyone down. I'm just here to lead people to Christ, to lead people to the truth. Is why we're here, on our purpose, to serve God, to worship God, to help others, because we are living in the last and evil days. It is very dark out here now. People are so evil and vindictive. They turn on people. It can be family, friends, co-workers, associates. It could be so many different things that you go through with in life, and then you just be like, oh, I don't think I can handle this. Your anxiety kicks in. You start having panic attacks. You can't sleep. You wake up in cold sweats, because you think there's nobody there for you. And that's why, like I said, once again, that's why I'm here, to help people understand. All you have to do is pray. You have to pray these demonic demons, these people showing they're attacking you, whether it's verbal or spiritually or however, trying to fight you. You have to pray this stuff off of you, and God will help you. Because God said, whoever call unto me will be saved. Jesus Christ said, whoever calls on me will be saved. And I have to believe that. I just had someone turn against me the other day, but I had to stay in faith. Was it a person that I love very much? Yes. They're upset because I won't fornicate with them. I won't sleep with them. But I told them I'm trying to live the right way. That was my old life. I was out partying, drinking, having fun, just young, just wilding out in the streets. Going crazy like everybody else. Like everybody done been through those days where you're young and crazy, a teenage, in your 20s or your mid 20s, and then you say, hey, let me pump the brakes and just take a step back. Why am I not happy? Why do I feel like my life is passing by me, but I'm not accomplishing anything? You know why? Because you haven't sought any goals for yourself, and you don't have any hobbies. You don't have a vision. You don't have a purpose in life. And your purpose is life to serve God and be on your purpose, and then have hobbies on the side so you don't get bored, so you don't get in any trouble. You don't go back to your old way of living, which could be smoking, drinking, fornicating, fighting, arguing, hurting people. Because when you come spiritual, you humble yourself. You're not angry, mad at the world. See, a lot of people don't believe they're non-believers. So of course they're going to stumble. Of course they're going to fall from the faith. Of course they're not going to believe in what we believe in. And that's why I say, hey, I'm going to try to be the best messenger I can be, and follow my calling, be in my calling, and try to do the will of God, and try my best to do everything I can in my power to live right so I can help others, because this is very important. You can help save lives with spreading truth, the gospel, and being spiritual, being on your spiritual journey and trying to live a Christian lifestyle to be an inspiration and inspire others to do better. That's why I have a ministry now. We're building a ministry now to spread the truth to people so that they don't be misguided out here, because there's way too many false prophets feeding people lies. Way too many. God don't want us to be like that. God don't want you to be getting divorced, remarried, living in sin, adulterous, shacking up, living together, creating fornication. And if you have kids together with the wrong person, now you broke up. There's no ties there. You don't get no benefits. You don't get no help. You just leave. Just like boyfriend and girlfriend forever, huh? That's what some people want to do. And they don't like to hear this because it's a real touchy subject. When somebody loves somebody, it's hard to pull them apart. They're like glue. They're like super glue. So by you're telling them this, they already kind of have a wall up. And the only way you can tear the wall down is by truth. And they have to accept it. Now, if you're a non-believer, after you hear something enough and then you go do your research and say, hey, this isn't the word of God. I love Jesus. I love God Almighty. I want to do better with my life. Oh, you will start to see some change. If you're sincere and you really truly mean it, like I did. I was out there doing what I would, if I would have not changed my life, I would still be out there today doing everything under the sun that I knew I should not be a part of, that I knew that if I don't change, it was going to lead me down destruction. And I seen the opportunity, if I change my life, being that I already grew platforms, I can use it for good. I can use it to do the will of God. We can grow. I can grow. Other people can grow around me. We can help each other. But it's hard to do that when you're stuck in sin, when you keep going down the wrong path, when you're stressing yourself out about bills and you're worrying about things, when you're trying to put money. Yes, you need it to live, but you're not supposed to idolize it. That would be adulterous. You don't want to idolize nothing. You don't put nothing above God. You don't want to have so much time at work. You're working 12, 13, 14, 16 hours a day shift, but you never give God any time. Now, some people don't even give God on Sunday when they're all, because that you can worship God every day of the week. It's not a time limit on it, but I do understand people do work and they be tired, and so they kind of made it where Saturdays and Sundays most of the people meet up at church. But church is you, the people. The people are the church. God said, upon this rock I build my church. So church is in you. So once you come to Christ as your tabernacle, your holy tabernacle, the Mount Zion, this right here is church. Me spreading the truth to you, telling you you can change, telling you you don't need to be listening to people that misguide you out there. You don't need to go down that dark path. When you hear that voice that say, hey, when you hear your gut feeling tell you something that's not right, that's the sign right there and say, hey, this ain't right. I shouldn't be doing this. You're right. Because if the word speaks against it, you're not supposed to be following the world. God said be in the world, but not of the world. You get what I'm saying? So of course we're in the world, but don't be a part of all the sinful things. The partying, the drinking, the fornication, fighting with people, arguing, being slanderous, talking, gossiping behind people back. These are things that are bad that you're supposed to stay away from. And we know everybody has struggles and battles. We get that part. But you have to self-improve over time. This month, you work on this. If you're drinking, okay, you're going to find something to fill that void. You're going to find something that gives you that same itch that needs to be scratched. But you're going to find a hobby to replace that. So whether you're an artist, whether you like doing something, music, whether you like doing this, like if you want to be a motivational speaker, inspire other people, content creator, something, a gamer, a tech industry, IT or whatever, you're in the AI, you're in the creating things, whatever you're doing to get rid of bad habits, make a hobby for that. So whatever bad habit you have, if it's 2 or 3 bad habits, smoking or drinking, find something to fill that void that you love just as much the right way, and do it the right way. Because you can do it. You just have to find something to fill that void. Put God first, pray, and stay focused and be serious about it. And then you can get through it. So till next time, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in. But we're going to continue this talk. I really enjoy this. I really love to try to help people much as I can and inspire them. And once again, it's not about tearing nobody down here. It's not about me looking down on nobody or judging nobody. It's about being open, have open conversations to help people change their lives. So thank you so much. Until next time, put God first. Love you guys.